So we're back with Phoenix, and this is a short video on a mod. So these mufflers put out a lot of heat, and I've been reading a lot, and they say that the heat radiates upwards and will warp your bed. This is 2021. If there's any warp, it just probably already happened. But that bed got burned in a fire. So I've got another bed that I'm going to put on here. But I thought since I've got it apart, I may as well do something about that. So a little preemptive strategy here. And I'm going to put a foil, a heat baffle, a heat shield over here. And so I just wanted to let you guys know what you can do. So if you look up Flowmaster sells these heat shields. They're aluminum heat shields from Flowmaster. The part number is 51022. That's 51022. And if you look on eBay, you'll get a lot of like really specific prices that are like in the $50 range that are made $50 and up for a heat shield for a Prowler or a muffler like this. But really, just use the Flowmaster 51022, and I'll show you. I paid $33.56, including shipping. It was a little deceiving because it was $19.99, and then they threw the shipping on there. But even so, it was still the lowest priced one on eBay. And here's what you get when you order one of these. So you get the actual aluminum shield itself, and then you'll get these super long stainless steel band clamps. So what you'll notice is that this is considerably longer than the muffler. But the other thing that you can notice is that if you were to trim this down, and there's about like 1.25 inches there, and I'm going to trim about to the same size here, that'll cover the entire muffler, and then it'll allow you to use the 3 band clamps here. There's 4 in the kit, so you get 1 extra. I don't know, I think 3 is a little overkill, but maybe it keeps it from rattling. But that's my plan. Now this shield is wider than the muffler, and you can see it right here. It's wider than the muffler, but I don't think that's going to be any concern, because what will happen is air will flow in between and go over, and that's a good thing. So that's my plan. That's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to cut that right now. Use some tin snips. All right. So you're going to have to bend this up in order to keep this straight. Just using tin snips, pliers, and a glove. So here's the finished product. It's not actually finished. I'm going to straighten that out, hit it with a file, kind of dull the edges a little bit. That should be ready to go on. Here we go. Filed the edge, straightened it out. It's ready to get mounted. In the meantime, school bus yellow for the roll cage. And this is about what she's going to look like. And you can see there's a seam there, a little bit of a seam there. It's about as close as you can get. Now to strap it in. They really don't give you much room here. I'll show you what I mean. So here is the full length of this strap. Now, there is a little excess down there, and that's what you have to tighten up, but they're just the right size, these band clamps. So it's installed now, and you can see there's very little clearance there. I may end up trimming those depending on if they vibrate and make noise. But it's on there. It's very, very tight. Even though there's still a little bit more room to clamp it, I don't think it's necessary. It's not going anywhere. And so that should be a layer of heat protection. Also, got your brake lines right there. So should help. Can't hurt. Thanks for watching How to Heaven.